Affect Autism in its 10th year of providing free supportive content for your DIR journey.
All of Affect Autism's podcasts are produced and edited by Daria Brown. Please note that the views expressed during all episodes are solely those of the individuals involved, do not constitute educational or medical advice, and do not necessarily reflect the views of Affect Autism, Daria Brown, nor ICDL and associated parties. Listeners should consult with professionals familiar with their individual circumstances for specific support.
You're listening to the We Chose Play podcast from Affect Autism, where affect is the #1 tool we use in supporting development through playful interactions. Welcome back, Floor Timers. I am so excited today to have Maite Martinez, who is a DIR Floor Time expert training leader in Mérida, Mexico, where she opened a DIR Floor Time school called Senderos, which means path in English. Maite is a licensed psychologist and an early infant and early childhood mental health specialist as well. Senderos is a Spanish-English bilingual preschool and elementary school currently planning their summer camp activities and accepting students for the upcoming school year as it is just opening. Welcome, Maite.
Thank you, Daria. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. I am so excited to be here.
Well, I am so excited to hear about everything that you're doing in Mérida. For listeners listening on audio, if you check the blog post at affectautism.com, you'll be able to see the slides that she's sharing. But in the meantime, as you're talking, if you can just describe what's on the slides for people that are listening on audio only.
Absolutely. So I was able to open a DIR school with a lot of work and a lot of people who have been supporting me, including mentors, professors from ICDL, friends and family and colleagues. So we were able to open the first DIR school in Mérida, Mexico, which is located by close to the pyramids, Chichen Itza. Maybe people are familiar with that. So that's what I said in the first slide. People who are not watching but are just listening, the flag of Mexico. And there's a beautiful playground and the grass. And I will tell you the story of how the journey started here. So when I was in Chicago, I am originally from Mexico City. I live away of my country for 18 years. I studied in Chicago, a master's degree in child development at Erickson Institute. And then I was very grateful because I got a scholarship, a second scholarship to do a postgraduate certificate in infant mental health. And the DIR floor time was part of my my postgraduate training. This was back in 2008. So today we are in 2005. I was very young and very eager to learn this beautiful model. So I started working in my internship with an incredible family with an 11-month-old baby. And that's how I started getting to know how the relationship that we develop with families impacts in how they flourish and they feel about their development. Not seeing this from disorder perspective, but really just connecting as floor time teaches us. So later I started working in a place called Infant Welfare Society, which I was very proud that I was learning floor time, because Infant Welfare Society service families who are very vulnerable, and they didn't have access to this type of services. So we facilitate pediatric services, social work. We were a huge interdisciplinary team. So we were able to bring floor time to our families, even though it wasn't accessible outside of the clinic. So I fell in love right from there. Then I moved to Atlanta and I met, we have in life wonderful mentors. And I have to mention Barbara. Barbara is an incredible woman. She's located in Atlanta. So when I met, she became my mentor and connect me with families who I am still in touch with them, I think this is the beauty of the DIR floor time, that you really connect with the families. So you are not seen as just a therapist, or, okay, here it comes the person who's coming to treat my child. We were part of the family. And I am still in touch with the grandmother, and with mom. So Barbara connect me with different families there. I move a lot. I move a lot in my whole life. Then I moved to Seattle. And I met my Latina mentor, who is Cecilia Brainbauer. She has the floor time in her blood. She helped me a lot to, when you are a student in the US and you are Hispanic, sometimes it's really hard to provide culturally sensitive practices, right? So I think Cecilia really helped me on that, and also to make it accessible to the environment where I was working on that time. I was in Seattle. I was facilitating services to Wellspring Family Services. So again, this is for vulnerable families, families without home, homeless families, and they have a daycare. So Cecilia was very sensitive to help me to integrate the floor time there. And I also had to pass a course, which I remember I didn't pass the first time, so I had to take it again. And that's how it is sometimes when you're learning. You have to take it as slow as it's necessary to really understand, how to apply to the families, but not the families to adjust to the models. So I think I'm very grateful with them. They were with me the whole time. I'm still in touch with Cecilia, and with Barbara, not that much, but I love her a lot. So then, um, well, I moved to the UK and Spain, and I became a training leader in the UK. And really, floor time and the DRR have been my frame of mind to practice with the families, because it's so respectful and it's so individualized to each unique child needs, that it really just support my practice everywhere that I move with my family. By this time, I was a mom, so I was carrying my babies, my husband, and everyone with me, and the DIR with me too.
Yeah, this is incredible. From Chicago to Atlanta to Seattle to the Spain to the UK, back to Mexico. This is amazing. You must have so much experience, and also like meeting the individual differences, but also the cultural differences.
Thank you, Daria. That's exactly what I think I appreciate more of this life that we have had, that we've been able to learn how families raise their children in different contexts. So for me, DIR, it's a model that allows me to respect everyone's differences and culture. So yes, we've been moving a lot, but this is the final destination, Merida, Mexico.
Maybe in the future, people will want to go visit Maite and Merida.
I will be so happy welcoming everyone to come to live here, or just as a tourist. You can always connect with me for sure. And also, if students or practitioners want to temporary work here, there, that will be lovely. They are invited to come. So please contact me whenever you can.
There you go. You can get mentorship from Maite and work in Merida at her school, which is, by the way, DIR accredited by ICDL.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. So when I ended up in Merida, it was just by accident. It was during the pandemic. Like most of us, we moved during the pandemic. It really changed our life. We were living in the UK, So I packed one suitcase for my whole family and I just to come here temporary. But we fell in love in Merida because Merida is a very safe place of Mexico. It used to be considered, I think, few years ago as the second safest city of Latin America. And right now, I don't know what is the rank, but it's such a beautiful place to raise your children and your family. There's a lot of diversity. There's families coming from different countries, and it's very hot. That's the only thing. We are right now 35 degrees, so I couldn't complain after coming from London. The weather difference, it was completely different. But always.
So for the Americans listening, that's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
But we have swimming pools, we have cenotes, which is the under caves. By every every Mayan ruin, there's these gorgeous cenotes, and people have the opportunity to swim. And there's also the sea very close to us. We are half an hour from the ocean, so there's ways for you to get refreshed. And during the winter, the weather obviously is incredible, no? So when we ended up staying, we never went back to London. We left our house there. My husband went back by himself, so I stayed with my children. So I started to look at schools here. I found incredible, passionate, and loving teachers. They are compassionate with children. They are loving. They are dedicated. But we are still in progress to serve children, neurodivergent children. That area is very, very new here. I think even using the language, it can be totally associated with not presuming competence. So it's been little by little sharing the word with the community. As I said, everyone is loving, but it's just that we are getting this word here. So when I went to check schools and I asked if they receive neurodivergent children or children on the spectrum, I didn't use that word. I used children on the spectrum or developmental differences. I used these words back then, no? So they told me no. Probably from 7 schools, 4 schools told me no. That was very concerning for me. And then I watched the classrooms. I mean, this is a system failure. It's obviously not one thing. It's really, if we check a spiral, there's just so many factors around, the classrooms are made from 15 to 25 students per classroom. Teachers are born out. There's such a high interest in academic skills. Movement is not part of the routines. There's very little time for free play. The activities or the curriculum is not individualized. So it's the same activity for everyone. And you barely see autistic children with minimal speaking or not verbal in the schools, and that's such a shame. So there's just specific centers, therapeutic centers for them. And the other concerning thing is that the use of AAC is not encouraged. So probably you can see that, but probably with the people who have mostly the economic resources, but not everyone. So I thought I had to do something. And I spoke with different people from everywhere. I checked the accreditation of the DIR. How could I make a school that it's for everyone? Because I also want neurotypical children to know how to interact with neurodivergent and to celebrate the differences, not just to respect, to celebrate us. So I spoke with many people. I found the house, which at the beginning it wasn't very appealing. The house was is right at the corner of my house, which I was very lucky and grateful. When I saw it, for the people who are not seeing the pictures, and it was an abandoned house, and I was like, what is this? Oh my goodness, it's going to take a lot of work to renew this house. And yes, it took a lot of time to renew the house, and a team of wonderful people and hardworking people. Here, Senor Juan, we really built everything from the scratch. Like we built the gym and the sensory gym. We put a playground on the backyard. We put the grass. It was a parking lot for 15 cars. So we broke all the floor and we see beautiful grass. And that's the
Wow,
outside.
yeah, you can see it. And for those, again, on audio only, you can look at the blog post and see the pictures that I'll post there. But yeah, quite extensive renovations done. And wow, just even breaking up all the concrete to put grass in the backyard must have been such a huge job.
Very hardworking people, Daria. So without them, nothing could have been done, and with a lot of love. And under the heat, so obviously people had to take a lot of breaks, and then the Gatorades and beverage like that, because it was just take a break, take a break. So we took renewing the house from May to August last year, and this is how it looks for the people who are not seeing. So we put air conditioners, we put the beautiful gym, we put different types of lighting inside the rooms. This is a Yucatecan house, which is very preserved the style of Yucatan. It's a house that has different rooms on the sides, and it has a lot of light coming from the windows. So we put new windows, we put air conditioner, we set different types of light for the children. So let's say they arrive still sleeping, they're still tired, so we have very soft lighting. And then as they become more awake, we have a different type of lighting. We have the sensory gym, and we have fans. We have an area for resting, for reading. The classrooms we sent to build the tables with a carpenter to the size of the children, because I know it's very important that they are able to sit at the right height. There's so many tables and chairs that are just so tall or so short for children, and this is one of the reasons as well that they don't want to see or they don't want to read and write. And obviously because they have so many high academic expectations. So if we want children to feel comfortable and to develop the curiosity to learn, they need to have a nurturing environment, a respectful environment where they can move, where they can sit comfortable and stand up whenever they need, no?
Well,
So
looking at these pictures, I just want to come move in. This looks absolutely gorgeous. The classroom is so tidy and organized and, made to fit younger children. The corridor is absolutely gorgeous with some kind of shiny tiles on the floor and beautiful ceiling fans, the nice soft lights, the other classroom there with the nice like blocks and mats to sit in the corner, a carpet, a table. It looks lovely. And the little jungle gym out back. It's just, and the fact that you have air conditioning must be a huge bonus.
It's so important, the air conditioner. So important to get to know how is your regulation and what helps you to feel good. No, that's the purpose of a DIR school.
Do you know that we now have a Spanish DIR parent network at ICDL? For Spanish-speaking caregivers who are interested in applying floor time with their children, you can look at affectautism.com under the Events tab or icdl.com under the Parents tab. Attend live online parent support meetings in Spanish with a Spanish-speaking parent of an autistic child, Mari Santiago, and have access to our growing number of Spanish resources in the DIR Spanish Parent Network.
We have elementary school, but also we have preschool. And we've been collaborating different teachers since I tried to open on September, but we took longer with the permissions, work permissions, and we were told to get them in 1 month, and we took 6 months, 8 months. So we've been collaborating, the teachers and I. So seeing this as a positive way, that's when we start getting our trainings in DIR. We start reflecting about how we work with children, our attachment patterns, how we relate with them, no? And we obviously got the most important trainings about CPR, and we got the school with all the fire alarms and lighting specials, extinguidores. I'm sorry, I don't know what's the word in English.
Fire extinguishers.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have gotten even different simulacros.
And it looks like you and one of the other women are wearing like a uniform type top.
Yeah, well, Candy and I got some blouses for us, and they are the rest of the teachers. Yes, we do. We actually, you can wear a t-shirt or you don't have to wear a uniform. I mean, I'll share with you at the end about our values, which are these little guys here. They are friends for the people who are not seeing them. These are part of our values. For example, here is Rocco. So Rocco is a blue rock with glasses, and he represents the importance of taking care of our mental health as part of our everyday routine, and also moving and respecting that every child has a different rhythm. So our values are really rooted in neurodiversity and love, attachment, compassion, creativity. So these friends are them.
And so she's referring to, on each of the slides, there's been some kind of little character, like a cartoon, and she's saying that these represent her values, which is really cool. Do you have a slide with all of them at the end?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that too. Okay.
I'll go there, yes. So here is Juanjo is our music teacher, because we have had doing community events. Here I am sharing with Daria different teachers who have been trained in DIR, and we've been reflecting since September, as I shared. So Juanjo teaches music. Some children can sing, other can just feel the music, and other can play piano. So there's 3 options. Carlos is the art teacher, so children can paint. Sometimes he reads stories for children, or sometimes they get inspired by the story. Or if we are seeing, for example, an animal habitat, Carlos can read about the animal habitat, and then children can paint whatever they understand for whatever they can build for their animal habitat, no? And Brenda, it's a chess teacher. She's a champion in Mexico and in Yucatan. And Candy is our Spanish-speaking teacher. I don't have the English-speaking teacher, but we have her as well. We've been collaborating with her. And here is our sports professor. His name is Professor Juan. He's all about movement. He's all about movement and connecting with children. And our purpose is to have a sports class every morning before we start the school day. So we've been doing different summer Easter camps and community events, and all of them have been helping. So here is Vilge, another colleague from Chicago. She helped us with the curriculum. She's a PhD. She's a doctor in education. She helped us with the curriculum with project-based learning, and how to be very sensitive to respect the individual differences and the development of every child. So she's my friend as well. So there's so many friends from the US and also colleagues from IDL. I remember Bridget Palmer helped me a lot too, Nancy Kulemans, and Denise Taylor, and all of them are training leaders. So somehow they have put a lot of seeds into this school. This is Jorge. He's the administrative person. He's my husband. So we've been working together to make this school happen. And here, so I am sharing with Daria some of the community events that we've been doing to spread the word about DIR, neurodiversity, neurodivergency, and our values. And I did some free. All of these have been. This one was a free talk about neurodiversity and how to support children in the school environment. This I am showing to Daria a picture of the art class, the gym, and the children playing on the outdoors with the, what is it called? The spring water, when they are running and the water sprinkles everywhere.
Sprinkler.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we would probably be turning them on very often as it's so hot here. So if they need to use it in order to be outside. And here is our philosophy and values. And this is a picture of our website. So our philosophy is deeply rooted in the development and the capacity, the development that Dr. Stanley Greenspan shared in the DIR model, which is a regulation. So we want children to learn what it helps them to feel good with them, to express emotions, to be able to recognize them. So that's how we facilitate the space in the gym and outdoors and everywhere in the classroom. So that's a priority for us. Then it's the engagement. So it's the heart. And as you can see, this is the heart. It's one of our values. She's called Ama. So she represents attachment, the connection with the children, from us with the children, but also we promote connecting with the parents as well. This is a small community. So parents are welcome to be part of this school and to be part, obviously, of the interview process, but also connecting whenever needed. There's no need to separate, no? Communication, obviously appreciating all types of communication, from gestures to words to AAC, to any type of representation, if it's art, through hands, through reading, and free play or resolving problems, and at the end, it's the logical thinking or reflection, no? So here are, I'm sharing with Daria, our values are represented as similar. We try to link them to the philosophy of the developmental capacities of Stanley Greenspan. So it's Creo, this little bird. It's a green bird. It's a hummingbird. He's chubby. He's beautiful. He represents neurodiversity and creativity. Luma is a star, and Luma is the star that every child needs to light their path. They are the owners of their path. They walk or go the way they wish to do it. We are just walking on a side with them. And this pink doggy, she also represents how we wave relationships with children, compassion, understanding. And I think I spoke about Rocco, who represents the mental health, and how each child has a different rhythm.
They're super cute and child friendly. And then Yeah, and then you have it broken down into just the shapes of each of the characters, values that are represented as the characters. That's in the logo. So it's really looks wonderful. And I'll get your school's website to post that in the blog post as well. Yeah, this is lovely. And
So
I'll just
why?
set on the for those listening on audio, it's
Yes.
www.senderos senderos.red. Instagram senderos.red and Facebook senderos.red. And yeah, your email address is there for anyone who's interested in learning more. Fabulous.
Thank you so much for listening to me and for providing this space. I invite families and colleagues to come and visit Merida and to come visit Senderos.
So while you were speaking, I quickly looked up the population of Merida and it says it's like 1.2 million. That's pretty big.
Yes, we've been receiving families from Canada and from the US because I guess it's very cold there, probably. So they come here. They are called the I think the early birds.
Snowbirds?
Snowbird. Snowbirds. Yes,
Snowbirds, yeah.
yes, yes. They come here like from November, October to March, and they live here for a while. And yeah, they live close to the school. We are located close to downtown Merida, and I guess they move here because of the weather, because the food is delicious. Um, we Mexicans are loving and caring. So we're happy to receive people from everywhere in the world, but I am also very happy to embrace the culture of Yucatan and to share and to receive families from here. You know, it's important to be together on this. Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
I mean, that is fabulous. It's just incredible that you're taking this project on. And I think so many children and families are going to be served by this lovely, lovely new school. I think before long, you're going to have a huge wait list, and then you're going to feel, seeing what kind of a person you seem to be, you're going to feel guilty that you can't have 10 more schools.
It is a small school. We will have 8 children per classroom to be able to serve them well. So hopefully, Lyra, Daria, thank you so much. Yes.
Yes, and I hope that people watching, if they have any kind of desire to start a school where they live,
Hmm.
that they will feel free to reach out to Maite, because I know this is one thing that so many people ask about, and oftentimes it's parents, like you're a parent too, and of
Yes.
neurodivergent children, and parents want to have something better available for the community, and they ask like, oh, if only there was a floor time school where I live. And this is just incredible, and wow, absolutely beautiful.
That's what I made the PowerPoint because I thought I was hoping that, to be honest with you, to be able to show the process so anyone can see that, yes, it's slow, definitely. It wasn't easy, but it is worthy. It is worthy, and I will be very happy to connect with any parent, teachers, with people everywhere. Please reach out to me. That's my email. So I'll be happy to answer an email or WhatsApp message.
And it'll be so interesting to see how the first official school year starts with your grand opening now, all your paperwork's in place, and to see
Yeah.
how the first year goes, and to see over the next few years how the kids progress. That will be an incredible journey for everybody to watch. So I hope you'll come back on the podcast.
Of course.
That will be super cool. And in case people haven't noticed, if you are Spanish speaking, this podcast is also available in Spanish. So both are posted on my website, affectautism.com. So you can hear the English version and the Spanish version. Not with me, because I unfortunately don't speak Spanish, but you can hear all the information. And thank you so much for doing this podcast in English, because I know it's not your first language, and it's amazing to be able to
Thank you.
communicate everything. And thank you so much for all that you're doing for the DIR community and for the kids and families.
Thank you, Daria. This school is for everyone and for all the children. So it's my pleasure, and hopefully people can come to the summer camp. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Yes, and we're really trying to build up the Spanish speaking community in DIR with the help of people like Maite, who are we have a work group putting together resources for Spanish speaking families. And I will be having my podcast with Catalina in Ecuador soon as well. And so they're doing so much there as well in South America
Yeah.
for DIR and having these options available. So yeah, you guys are on my travel list for sure. Ecuador
Oh,
to
fun.
see Carolina and her efforts and her clinic, and your school in Merida.
Well, I'll wait for you with some cochinita tacos. Well,
Yum
I
yum
don't know if
yum.
you are vegan. Maybe you are vegan or vegetarian. I don't know.
I
Well,
am not. I am
I have
not.
some vegetarian options as well from Yucatecan dishes.
The only thing I don't like is seafood, but
Okay.
I like other things, so I will look forward to
Okay.
that because I can't get enough of the green salsa. I don't know what the official name of it is, but the
Green salsa, salsa verde. Sí, salsa verde.
yes,
It's delicious.
there's this dish at a restaurant here in Toronto called enchilados verde or something like that. Oh my
Uh-huh.
goodness, it's the most delicious thing ever. I love going to that restaurant. Well, so many
Of
reasons to visit Merida.
course.
I will look forward to speaking with you again soon. And Spanish speaking parents, we will definitely get Maite as a DIR expert guest on the Spanish parent support meetings coming up in the next year. So take care and thank you so much. Check
Thank
out the
you.
links at the blog post at affectautism.com. Learn about DIR in Spanish. Live in person this July 25th and 26th. DIR 101, an introduction to DIR and DIR floor time, live in Quito, Ecuador. Also, live in Lima, Peru, September 20th and 21st. DIR 101, an introduction to DIR and DIR floor time. You can also take the Intro DIR 101 course live online in Spanish coming up in early August. For more information, go to icdl.com/courses and look up DIR 101 for non-English offerings. Interested in getting your basic certificate in DIR floor time? DIR 201 offered in Spanish live online September 9th to December 16th, and again next January to May 2026. Find out more at icdl.com/courses/201. And coming up this November 7th, DIR 430, motor planning and how it affects communication and more, offered in Spanish. Register and learn more at icdl.com under courses. Look for 430 in Spanish. Until next time, here's to choosing play and experiencing joy every day.